From Studio A at 1 Biloxi Square in Lake Worth, Texas. Welcome in, everyone, to the Grandpa and Pappy Show as we kick off another week of talking and visiting with you and going over today's topics.
Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome aboard.
Hope you had a great weekend and everybody's back safe and sound with us.
Yeah.
Some things that happened over the weekend, just briefly. Our great president, Donald Trump's brother, passed away on Sunday, Robert. They have not said what he passed away of, but evidently he had been sick for a little while. But our condolences out to the president and his family.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say it. It didn't take long for the pundits on the left to come out. There was a leader of the NAACP and a noted journalist who came out and said the wrong Trump died. Now, if we would have said that,
oh yeah,
you know where we'd be?
Facebook jail.
No, we'd be under a jail.
Ostracized.
Yes, sir. Come on, people. You got to have more class than that. If that's the class that you're showing, I don't want any part of your party.
You know, I saw a post this morning that made a whole lot of sense to me.
What's that?
Said instead of ridiculing Donald Trump, why don't you just post what's so good about the Democratic Party and run with that?
Hey, that's a good idea. I like that.
There were crickets.
Lots of
Somebody
crickets.
even posted crickets.
Lots of crickets.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a good show planned for you today. Our topic is a recent poll of Americans showed support for military and National Guard to be used to stop the riots.
No.
And we asked what your opinions were, and of course,
You gave them.
you gave them. Hey, that's what it's all about. And a lot of these comments are really terrific ones. They really are. They're very well thought
I
through.
was just going through some of them, ones that I hadn't seen up to date, and
And
as usual, you stepped up.
Yep.
So.
And yesterday in Portland, was it yesterday or Saturday, Special K, that 17 police officers were hurt in the rioting. And before we jump right into it, Pappy, did you see the video of the Antifa people that went down to bust up the Sturgis Riley?
No, I didn't see that.
Big mistake. They were ready to kill him. I'm not kidding you. They was ready to kill him.
Well, I'm surprised
The
somebody
officers
didn't get gutted.
Well, the officers asked them, said, y'all stand back. We'll handle this. And if we need help, we'll holler at you. Boy, they were all ready.
I didn't see that.
And the cops took them down. We'll show you the video after.
Well, and they're saying something. Sometime this week or the weekend, they're supposed to be back in Weatherford and Fort Worth. Antifa.
Well, let's see. It's time to clean my guns again. Yep, sure is.
Polished and ready.
Yep, there you go. But a nice subject today. I'm really hesitant about pronouncing his name because I think it's Kabiro Obendaaki. I believe that's what his name was. He is the one that came up with the the Facebook post and asking that question.
Yeah.
And then you folks just really jumped in, and then when we asked you to throw us your 2 cents worth, that's when the bottom fell out. So a lot of them. So let's just jump into them. Should the National Guard or the military be called in? Levi Smith said the National Guard most definitely. While I'm not in opposition to the military being used for this particular situation because it's a federal property, our federal government was defending. It did put me on edge for a minute. We're sitting on the edge of civil conflict semi-regularly from time to time these days, and it could have been the straw that broke the camel's back. Thank God it wasn't, though. Either way, the best options involve states taking care of business, and some of them outright refuse to do so. So I do not know where to place the blame. I think I do.
It's obvious.
I do. Levi, I would say that rests squarely on the shoulders of the governors and mayors of those Democratic cities as allowing all of this to go on.
As well as the voters come in November. So, but yeah, that's a hell of a good comment.
Mm-hmm.
It is. Ryan Price says no. Let the cities burn and let the blame be on the Democrats. Okay. The second you cause a big scene where someone dies, you'll be called a fascist and will lose the election.
You know, he's not that far off.
I can see
stop
why
that.
he feels that way, but that's not my opinion, Ryan. That's not the answer. So.
Yeah. I can see your opinion, Ryan, but the longer it goes on, the more damage is done and the more it's going to take to rebuild those cities.
Mm-hmm.
Marianne Albright said she would not use the military but let the National Guard go in and quell the riots. It has to stop because Americans are sick and tired of their destruction of cities, breaking of the law, killing tranquility there, and disregard of other people's rights. It may not be pretty, but something has got to be done to stop it.
What are your feelings about that? I mean, about what needs to be done.
Oh, I definitely... Well, I would take the handcuffs off the police.
Yeah.
You know, they've got them so handcuffed now they can't even sneeze or fart, you know, without somebody raising all kinds of hell.
That's just the ones that are left.
And, and God bless those police officers. I'm telling you, they have more patience than any human beings I've ever seen.
Mm-mm.
Boy, if somebody was in my face calling me all kinds of names, something's going to happen, and it ain't going to be pretty.
Well, I was raised with those two infamous words that we love to use so much with common sense. If somebody's got a nightstick and a pistol, don't get up in his face calling him names.
That's good. That's a good logic. I like that.
It worked for me. Yeah. Barbara Cameron Carey said, just let them take the cities and save the people. It's so sad. Meanwhile, Cheryl Caswell Richards, Robert Shirley, and S.D. Holland said yes to using them.
And you're going to find a lot of the common thread among all of these.
Yeah.
Is, turn the National Guard loose. Bob Baker says National Guard, yes. Military, no. While Earl Anderson, Lisa Newcomer Byram.
I mean, what difference is it whether it's National Guard or military?
Well, I think it's basically the way they look at it. You know, the military has all kinds of weapons. You're not going to release those weapons on our own people.
Lest you forget Kent State.
Well, I understand. That was an unfortunate thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the National Guard and police departments, they're trained in riot control.
Yeah.
Military is trained in killing.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So, hey, you know, I look at it like take the handcuffs off the police officers and let them loose first.
Yeah.
And then bring in the National Guard and just get it over with.
Well, if they'd leave the police departments alone, the National Guard would not be needed.
Well, that's a fact.
Maybe for backup. You know.
Well, because you got local police and you've got state police.
Right.
And those state boys you don't mess with very much.
We got the feds too.
Yep.
Robert Marshall says yes to the National Guard. Our military must stand ready in case of any foreign countries try to take advantage of the chaos and try something stupid.
Mm-hmm.
The National Guard train just like our military and have the same equipment available to them. If these rioters are stupid to go up against the Guard, they deserve what they receive. And I agree with that part of it.
Yes, sir.
We must stop the rioting, looting, destruction, and killing in our major cities. I think the rural areas will patrol and police their own communities. And I kind of agree with that.
Yep, I do.
It's getting to the point now to where as well armed, just the state of Texas. And I'm not talking about anybody else, just the state of Texas.
Right.
We're well armed enough that we could probably take.
No, it
By
wouldn't.
God.
It would not. Drac Smith said the U.S. military shouldn't be used inside of our borders except to guard military installations. Remember, those same troops will be ordered to go against us if Biden wins.
I can't see that happening either. Drax.
I can't either.
Hopefully it won't. Drac Meth.
No, that's just one we did here.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
By God, it is, isn't it? Tim Randall says, absolutely, whatever it takes to stop this nonsense.
Well, do you think Tim is talking about using the military or the National Guard and the military, or
probably
whatever it takes, I guess.
Probably.
Yeah. Jordan Dish said, what does that tell you when our government is so willing to turn our own military against its citizens? Anyone who supports this, yet is an avid Second Amendment supporter, is a hypocrite. Crickets.
You're entitled to your opinion, brother. We appreciate it. Jerry Doty answered Jordan Dish by saying, if you're with the rioters who are burning and destroying property, you are just as guilty of that crime as they are.
Yep.
Just as if you were with someone who commits a murder and do nothing to stop it, you're guilty of murder.
Mm-hmm.
Ever heard of the term guilty by association? Don't like it? Find another country that will put up with that BS. Let's not talk rights or Constitution. Hell, they went out the window with the Democrats' pandemic.
I love it.
Very true. You might also want to look up the definition of the word innocent. Yeah.
Each other. I mean, and it's fun to read them, but I want to ask our viewers just to be kind to one another, if you will. I would appreciate that.
Most of our viewers are on the same page.
Yeah, absolutely.
I represent the same party anyway.
Shelley Masterson said, I don't think either one would be necessary to use if only the cities and states would turn loose the police and state troopers, basically what we just talked about.
No.
They have been handcuffed so long that they can't even retaliate if someone does them bodily harm. These men and women in blue have had enough of the child's play from these ingrates, so turn them loose to restore order to their communities and cities. I should think it would be difficult for a military soldier to have to use force on the citizens that they swore to defend. And that is a great point.
It is. Great point.
Right there.
And Bob Baker says you cannot take the rights away from any group of citizens without surrendering those same rights yourself. If we allow our own military to go against them now, what will you do if they're sent after you next? That is why we have legislature that forbids this type of action. What is the National Guard for if we cannot call upon them to take action against rioters?
Well,
that's a valid point, but
it is a valid point. Yeah, I'll agree with that.
But when you have so-called said citizens that are intruding on your rights as a citizen, what the hell do you do?
Don't tread on me, brother.
By God.
Give me my flag.
Hallelujah.
Yes, sir. Jalapeno. Rusty Wheeler, Barton Taylor, Russell Wheeler, Jack Kinsey, Penny Steele, and Tammy Doyle. Get it over with. By God.
Tired of, just like them, I'm tired of this crap. John Rockhope says a large number, if not the majority of these rioters are insurrectionists who have the stated purpose of overthrowing our government and destroying our country. That's true. They're every bit as much as enemies of our country as any foreign invading army. And I agree with that wholeheartedly, John.
Mm-hmm. I'm right there with you, John. Brandon Cummings said, whatever it takes to protect the lives and livelihoods of all Americans. Not just a few, but all. Where's my sign, all lives matter? It disappeared.
Here's your sign.
Yeah.
Catherine Mason asked, when are Americans going to get sick of all the riots? How many millions of dollars are being destroyed in our major cities?
Bunches.
Where is the backbone of all the state and city officials in these major cities?
Good question.
When are district attorneys going to start charging these protesters who have been arrested for destroying, looting, injuring, and killing people?
Yep.
I and many like me are absolutely sick of it and want it brought under control and ended so our country can get back to normal. Are you going to arrest churchgoers who attend services while let thousands of rioters gather every night? Come and get me then, but expect a fight.
Damn, that's poetic, isn't it?
Oh, Catherine. Catherine seems kind of serious.
Sure. I'm kind of serious on this.
Telling them, Catherine. Thanks for sending
But
in.
she's absolutely right. I mean, if these Democratic leaders in these cities that are being literally destroyed night after night, in Portland, the 80th night of protesting, after a week, you should have quelled it, in my opinion.
It should have been stopped the night it happened.
And look at all the damage. Look at all the damage they're doing.
Oh, but they want our illustrious president to cover the cost of all that damage they're creating.
No. He offered to help put them down. They said no.
Get the stupid bastards you're paying $200 a day to come in here and repair it. I mean, they broke it. Let them fix it.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Good.
D. Gleason Gaston, Philip Charles Day, Judy Gilley, and Roy Virigi all say absolutely that they would send them in and end all this crap.
Well, I mean, enough's enough.
Have you got any thoughts on the matter? I mean,
well, I don't. I mean, I think the military or the National Guard should go in there, but the thing I see is, can you see such a distinct difference between the two kinds of Americas? We got the ones that's on the left and the ones that's on the right. And so that's what you're dealing with, in my opinion.
Are you talking about protesters?
I don't care if they peaceful protest. They have that right by Constitution.
I'm not talking about the peaceful ones.
But they're calling these peaceful protests.
Well, the non-peaceful ones are the
I mean, every
called
time
rioters.
you see them with fire burning in the background, they say peaceful protesting. Well, where's the definition of peaceful anymore?
Yeah.
Where's the marshmallows? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying there is such a distinct divide between the big cities and the other areas of the nation.
I understand. Yeah,
Well, then you
agree.
have those in the middle, in between. It's stirring the shit pot up for everybody.
That's true.
Pitting both sides against one another. So.
Well, you have the media to count.
That's who I'm talking about.
Thank you. All
I
right.
get it. Okay.
That's who I'm talking about. Them and the ones on. I'm not mentioning any names, but the initials are George Soros and Bill Gates. The ones that are on their payroll.
Yeah.
That's the crap stirrers right there.
That's it.
But they don't want to lick the spoon when the pot's empty. So.
Ain't it so?
Yeah.
Ain't it so?
Okay. Johnny Northcutt said these so-called citizens have a peaceful march, then that's okay. When they start burning, destroying property, they become rioters. Whatever it takes to stop those terrorist-acting rioters, I am for it. They brought it on themselves. Just as
I agree with you, brother.
just said, yeah.
I couldn't agree with you
brought it
more.
on themselves, so let them fix it.
And this is going to be one of those talking points as far as debates go, and political things. What you got?
Did y'all see the posting on Facebook where it showed lines and lines and lines of buses with Black Lives Matters all over the side of it?
Yes, we did.
I mean, rows of them.
Yeah.
Now, come on, people.
I think it's time to burn some buses.
Well, it just makes them that much of an easier target,
We'll turn the police loose on those buses
That's right.
like they did.
Well, who's paying for it?
Hey, who's paying for all the cop cars has been
Probably,
destroyed?
We are.
Probably us, out of our tax dineros. Yeah. And we're not talking cheap buses. These are
No,
these are
luxury buses.
They were luxury, special painted buses
That's right.
that's being paid by somebody to haul these people wherever they want to raise hell.
Well, all you Hollywood celebrities and athletes out there that are contributing major millions of dollars to BLM,
Shame on you.
Ask for a ride on those buses, will you? And you deserve that, I guess.
Yeah.
Rachel Lowry says, I'm not in favor of using our military to stop these rioters, but I am in favor of taking the restrictions off of policemen and National Guard. Get these thugs and anarchists off the streets and let America return to only having to deal with this dang COVID-19 mess.
I have a feeling it'll disappear when all the rest of it goes.
If only these Democratic leaders in these cities would grow a backbone and let their police departments handle it, then it would be cleared up in a heartbeat.
That's right.
That's never going to happen.
No.
I realize that's not going to happen, but I'm just saying
It'll
that's
never be
what
the
they
same,
need to
will it?
do. If
That
they-
will not happen until November 3rd is come and gone.
Yeah.
So
Then it'll be a miracle.
Now, folks,
No more pandemic.
we're going to be telling you a lot many times before or between now and November 3rd. It is so important that you get registered to vote and get your butts out to the polling places. Even if you're sick or disabled, call somebody to take you.
Jack will come and take you to the poll.
This is perhaps the most important
It is.
election that America has faced.
You know, and a lot of people talk about it in jest and just on this, and right beside them they've got somebody that's just pissed off.
Yeah.
And just don't give up. Don't give up. If you give up, they have their way. That's what they're counting on you doing. They're
That's
trying to-
exactly what they're
trying to,
doing.
You rub your dog's nose in poo-poo enough times on the carpet, he'll quit doing it. So that's a theory that I'm basing it on.
And all you
throw it right back at them.
you church-going Christians out there, listen to what Ted Cruz has been telling you, that a lot of you stayed home in the last election, and even though Donald Trump won that election, this year you cannot afford to stay home. You're going to have to vote either whether you want our country to turn into a socialist country or be the land of the free and home of the brave.
And I'll tell you something else. If they allow this mail-in vote to happen, you better get concerned.
Very concerned.
Better get concerned. 'Cause it's just another ploy, just like Hillary was digging up people and helping them forge their signature on her voting ballot. So,
Ain't it so?
so I've heard. But yeah,
A friend told you.
yeah,
I got you.
Somebody very dear to me.
Well, we do appreciate all of your comments
We do,
today, and we thank you so much for that. We do want to get into some of our viewer comments that we got from you guys, which we appreciate so very, very much.
Yeah,
It lets us know what's on your mind, what you thought about the program,
yeah.
and your opinion on which way we are going with our show. Taking a look at viewer comments, Raymond Green commented on our show about stimulus checks by saying, "No, I do not think we should be getting another round. There are so many jobs available out there, so instead of holding your hand out for money, get your butts back to work."
That's a good point. Because each and every one of you that hold your hand out for that, don't think it's not going to cost you something down the road.
Oh, it's going to cost.
There is
yeah.
no free anything. Unless you subscribe to YouTube, our show, and it won't cost anything. Little time.
Ain't it so?
Little time. But don't think that it's a handout and it's free.
That's true.
I mean, if you need it, use it. That's what it was designed to do. But keep in mind, you'll be paying it back somehow.
Well, our illustrious Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, they're gonna work on that stimulus package again this coming weekend, and she absolutely wants it in there
Well,
that the president and Congress will grant $6 billion to the post office to make sure that all the mail-in ballots are delivered and picked up.
per her.
Yeah, and
Per her
if
description, yeah.
if she's promised that if they do not, then she will not let it pass the House.
Well, I think what she's trying to do is smooth something over where she can buy more BLM buses, is what it is. So,
Is that what it is?
well, good guess. Ashley Allred sent in comments on her show about term limits for Congress. She said, absolutely. Once they get elected, they tend to set up camp in the Capitol and wait for the special lobbying groups to dole out hard cash to them to vote a certain way. And I've never heard truer words spoken.
That's true.
That's what D.C.'s all about.
Ashley, that's good.
So many Ponzi schemes and pork barrel
Holy
spinning and
mackerel!
shit going
Yeah,
on.
it's just getting
Pathetic.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's
And
what,
you asked the question last week: how can somebody go up there making $100 and something thousand
come out of
and coming out a multi-millionaire?
Makes me want to go into politics
Don't
for
it,
about
though?
a year or two. So yeah, but well said, Ashley, and we appreciate you sending that in. That's pretty awesome.
It really is. Macy Lewis, Pappy, would like to sit down and talk with President Trump. She said, I would tell him thanks for all he's accomplished, despite all of the negative stuff that has been thrown his way since being elected. Keep doing what is right for America for 4 more years.
Yeah, I guess we'll
find out in November.
we'll have more to bitch about in 4 years. You know,
Yeah.
when his reign is up. Tavon Williams said he does not believe that BLM is a terrorist organization. He says he believes they're trying to get everyone's attention to the fact that African Americans face ultimate dangers each day and just want people to understand that. Well, I've got something to say, Tavon. I respect what you're saying, but you know what? There's so many organizations that are formed for a special purpose that don't live up to that purpose. BLM's one of them, Antifa's another. So that's my opinion. I respect yours, brother.
Well, let's
Thanks for sending that in, by the way.
Let's look at this right quick. What he says, he believes they're trying to get everyone's attention to the fact
They
that
do.
African Americans face ultimate dangers each day.
We know this.
Tavon, we've said it many times. If you really want to make a difference with Black Lives Matter, start in your own neighborhood.
I'll
Start in your own neighborhood. The dangers you're facing are from your own people. You stop and look at the crime statistics. Black on black crime and murders are astronomical.
Yeah.
Astronomical. You want to make a difference? You want to stop all this stuff? You want people to start thinking about having sympathy for your cause or your plight? Start in your own neighborhood. Eliminate that stuff. You do that, we'll listen.
You know, it all starts at home. There's no doubt in my mind. Tavon is probably a pillar in his community and probably raises his kids right and works his butt off to make a better life for he and his family. And it doesn't matter what color you are.
No,
black, white, green,
not at all.
kitty, pink. I don't care. I don't care. It doesn't matter.
But you know, everyone of any color faces danger every single day. It's not just black, it's not white, it's it's all of us
Yeah.
You're right.
have those same things. It's just they're
What are you trying to say?
Singularity.
separating that color out.
Singling.
Singling out that one race. When everybody faces danger, when you get in your car, you face danger.
Well, and in my
Has
opinion,
nothing to do with color.
And I know this is going to stir the stink pot up a little bit, but my opinion, you live in the past, you're never going to have a future. I mean, look at everything that's come about because your great-great-great-grandfather was a slave. Okay. Well, my great-great-great-grandfather was an American Indian. And on the other side was an Irish national. So do I have sympathy for that? Sure. Does it control the way I live my life? Hell no. Hell no. Your life is going to change only when you change it.
That's true. That's true.
And with what BLM has done and Antifa has done, that has set back not just your race, but ours too, many hundreds of years. I mean, that's my opinion, and that's what I see.
And it's a good one. It is a good one.
That's what I see and what my heart feels,
Yep.
But I respect what you say, but BLM is not doing what they were designed to do.
No. We wind up our viewer comments with Alan Mason, who told us to keep up the good work. I enjoy your show. Thank you very much, Alan.
Thank you, Alan. We enjoy you being on board with us, brother.
We always
And
tell you
appreciate
that we encourage you to send us your thoughts, your comments, your suggestions.
And they always do.
Yeah, your suggestions on
yeah.
programs
Yeah, you guys rock.
like the one we
That was
had
it.
today. And it's very simple for you to do. All you have to do is either send it to our email address, which is grandpaandpappy@gmail.com, just like it's right over my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Or
send it directly into our show website at www.grandpa and the letter N Pappy, grandpaandpappy.com, and you'll see a big red button that just popped up.
right there.
Push on that sucker and subscribe. And if you feel real froggy, tell a friend or family member about it. We got lots of room on this little ark.
We sure do.
And we would love to have each and everybody on board with us. That's right. That's right.
Here we go.
Yeah.
But anyway, we also, Pappy, if you could share along with them these nice T-shirts. This is not one of them, incidentally, but our
This is
official
a nice T-shirt. It was
It's a
washed.
nice
It was
one.
washed just the day before yesterday. It makes it very nice. It ought to be
Sure.
pleasant for you to sit next to me. Yeah, we've got them. They're on order. They'll probably be in about 3 weeks or so, and I'll even make you a deal. See this little thingy right here? Wait a minute.
There
Right
you go.
here?
Yeah.
That is a glow-in-the-dark bracelet. And it does. It glows in the dark.
Does it?
Kept me awake all night.
Did it?
Yeah. That's what I get for wearing it for a headband. But I'll throw one of those in if you'll
That's
pre-order.
what's wrong with you.
If you will pre-order for 20 smelly dollar bills, I will pay your shipping, and I will throw one of these little bracelets in for free.
Mm-hmm. So how do they get a hold of you to pre-order?
Well, you can contact the show page. You can contact us at email.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can text me, private message me. Everybody knows what my Facebook thing is, so we haven't got we don't have everything set up banking wise and all that yet, but we do have a way to take your money. So, but like I say, free shipping, free bracelet. The shirts will be in black and white. They look just like these, except black imprint, front and back. So
Show
two-sided.
logo. Yeah.
Just shoot us your shipping info, what size, quantity, and shoot me a message, and I'll tell you how to take care of it.
Well, there you go.
Bye.
There you go, everybody.
By God.
That has sent us word that you'd like to order one or you'd like a shirt.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Well, we've got. It's not that large of an order. We ordered enough to see how it was going to go, and from the results we're getting, the feedback we're getting, they won't last long. So, not to say we won't reorder, but it'll just take longer for you to get yours. But,
Right.
But yeah, do that. We'd be more than happy to ship you one.
Coming up on Wednesday's show, Pappy,
Mm-hmm.
got another interesting topic. What do you think of Joe Biden's choice for vice president? Some of you have already started sending in your comments. Go on our Facebook page and give us your comments on that very question.
Well,
And we'll be reading them here on Wednesday.
what are your thoughts about that?
I think it's funnier than the Red Skelton show. Myself,
Well, I've got one thing to say about it.
this woman in the vice presidential candidate, they flip flop so much they're like fish out of water.
Well, I mean,
You never know what they're going to say today.
just like the Post said this morning, I read. He said, "I got a job offer from a man I called a pedophile and a whore." So must be something in it for her. I'm only wondering what it could be.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
We had a good time today, and we
We
thank
did.
you guys very, very much for joining us.
Yeah, you guys rock.
Join us again on Wednesday. Until then, hug your kids and let them know you love them.
And by God, we love them too. Tell
Absolutely.
them that Grandpa and Pappy loves you.
Yes, sir.
Pat him on the head.
And be safe out there, everyone. Until we see you on Wednesday, have a great day.
Take care of one another.
God bless, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.